Hey guys, it's Dustin the Pro Picker here. We've got a lot of ground to cover today. I'm going to share with you numerous trips to a couple stores here, a couple of my local Goodwills. I do end up picking up this print here in this really cool frame. I don't know if that comp will be accurate or not. I do pick up this felt picture here, kind of a similar one right here, this black velvet. I think it's pretty cool. For the price, I'm going to take a gamble on it. I have no clue about this fish here. So if my voice sounds a little bit off, guys, I stood outside for like 4.5 hours. Jess and I did for this estate sale. That video is coming soon, and it is insane. More on that later. I ended up putting back this little stained glass window thing. Maybe I could have bought it, but trying to be a little selective here today. So these T-Rex pepper and salt shakers actually have bow ties on them, so I thought that was pretty neat. They're from Target, and they go for about $30 plus shipping, so that's going to be a pretty good price on that. I don't get this classic poo plug-in. Unfortunately, there wasn't a ton of value there, so I do end up putting that back. Just kind of a cheap little watch here. I don't know about like the symbol on it or anything, so I do pass there. And here you can see I do occasionally check things on my phone just to make sure. I still think that this was pretty cool, so I do end up buying it. I don't know. It looks like the print itself had been cut to fit the frame. I'm a little confused on that, but hey. Digging a little bit more on this stock cart here, and I found these carbon monoxide alarms, and these can be pretty good when you find them new and packaged, guys. This is actually a Kenner Tree Tots family treehouse. Unfortunately, it's missing a lot, so it really wouldn't be worth trying to ship out. I found this thing kind of weird too. I don't end up buying it. And then there is this angel here, and it's a Victorian, or excuse me, not Victorian, Vatican nativity. And I'm guessing that we'll be able to get around $50 for it, plus shipping. So that's pretty good. I know the comp I put up on the screen is with box, but the only other one listed right now is like $60 plus $60 shipping. So I think we'll do pretty good on it. In the cart that goes for, I believe, $2.99. So I ended up seeing all of these Gorham angels, and they rotate. And I figured I was onto something here, but I'd never bought these before. So I did end up looking them up, and there just wasn't enough value in them, and the sell-through was pretty bad. So I do end up putting them back. I know somebody probably ended up buying these eventually for themselves, which is cool. Just not something that I think would succeed for me on eBay. This one's really neat here too. I want to say I'm going to throw a comp on the screen. I got one in store, and it did end up being worthwhile to pick up. And that was just a little piece of fuzz there, not a chip. But I do want to be careful with things like that, just because, obviously, if it's chipped, it's going to be much tougher to sell. Got a Roethlisberger jersey there. Oh, excuse me. And here's a shadow box. I don't end up buying it, but I think they're pretty neat. Little West clocks here. It does have a dent in it, unfortunately. I do buy this calculator. TI-86, so not super popular, but I think for $20 that we'll be able to get out of it, it'll be worthwhile. At another store here, we ended up with 2 of these tea kettles here. I mean, obviously amazing brand, guys. So yeah, that was great. We each picked up one. I go and double check in the toy aisle here to see if there's anything, and man, there definitely is. There's this 2-in-1 racetrack NHRA by Auto World, and this thing goes for like $200 to $300, guys. So we're definitely going to be in the money on this. Super excited for picking this up. I believe I paid $12.99 roughly for it, so that's just a great price. So we're going to find out together if it's actually all in here and everything. I have not opened it yet. It is past the return period. Here we go.
A few minutes later.
Okay, that was wildly harder to open than I expected. You probably didn't see any of it, but we're just gonna give it a rough look here. I mean, it's got a lot of track pieces, so I'm guessing these are all here. It looks like These are nice and in the deal here. So it's got the electronic finish with wind lights. No, this is part of it. Track 1, track 2. Okay, I get it. So you've got this piece here, you've got this piece here, and it's supposed to have 4 cars. It has 4 cars, AC adapter, and it has the 2 controls. And it looks like we are good to go here. That is awesome. Jess ended up finding these Carhartt pants here. They're Carhartt jeans. I'm going to pick these up. They're about $5, women's, and we should be able to get about $25 plus ship, somewhere in that ballpark. So not too bad. Nice little pickup there. Looking through some of the breakables, some of the ceramics and glassware here. And this samurai was super neat. Unfortunately, its foot was glued back on, so we did end up passing. I do end up passing on these Allbirds here over condition issues, but I do buy the world's smallest Super Soaker here, so $1.99. Not going to make a ton of profit on it, but it'll make a little bit. So got this Transformers here. It's an Optimus Transmetals. It's Optimus Prime, basically, and then Megatron from Beast Wars. And I do pick up a couple of the St. Nicholas things here. A couple of them I put back. I do buy the Santa's sleigh, and I believe I paid like 99 cents for it. And then I grabbed the Snow Angels one, putting back a couple of the other pieces there as they just weren't worth enough. Overall, I figured it would be a pretty good pickup, and so I do go ahead and buy a couple. They had a few of these Boyd's Bears come out. They're interesting, but like these are the 3 solds, and there's like 15 of them listed right now, so I just think it's too competitive, and obviously those are going to be pretty breakable. I do buy this Flex Bar here by Faraband, and should do okay on it. I think I have 99 cents into it, or $1.99. Almost pick up these Wranglers that were brand new, but I do end up putting them back. And I do buy this North Face here. It should be pretty good. I had a comp for it at one point. I was having trouble finding it while editing. It is a pretty good one. I do pass on the Littlest Pet Shops here. Or not Littlest Pet Shops, for real pets. I would definitely buy Littlest Pet Shop stuff, especially if it was vintage. But this season's greeting sign's like $2.99 or something, and it's incredible, guys. I think we're going to get it probably around $100 on it. So what a pickup. I do want to note something. All of the stuff that you're seeing here is over a couple weeks. It's not all of the thrifting I did over the last couple weeks. At this same store on another day, right before I go wait out in the rain at a estate sale for a couple hours in the previous video, I find some video games here on the shelf, so I'm definitely going to check them out. I end up picking up 3 titles for $5 a piece. Tenchu Z for the Xbox 360. Armored Core 4, which I almost want to keep. I loved the series on PS1 and PS2. I do have to pass on Ninja Gaiden 2 at $5. That's The Witcher right there, and I do end up passing on this. I think it's a little bit inflated right now because it came off the Xbox store or something. You got Toe Jam and Earl 3 there for the Xbox, which is great. The Viva Pinata was missing its slipcover, so I did pass on it. I buy this Rubik's Cube, and it's the only thing that I think we actually end up picking up on this trip, but we come back for another trip, and I get this Onkyo here, and it's like $100 plus shipping receiver. We pass on the Pioneer and the little Iowa CD player there. And here I am, back again, and I grab an Xbox 360 controller, about 20 plus shipping. These Koss headphones right here should be pretty good. So I do pick them up. It's really tentative on if they work or not, which is really always the case when it comes to used electronics, but especially vintage. This works right here. It is by Dandy, and it sings Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. This Jaru Moose, I took a lot of time thinking if I wanted to buy this or not. I do end up passing because I just didn't see it selling quickly. But these Sadik, or Andrea by Sadik, quails here, I end up picking up 2 of them, and they should lot together for like 80. Mine come with the wood stand, so I'm hoping maybe we'll be able to get a little bit more for them, and we only pay $3.99 a piece on them, so really not too bad at all there. I buy this Beddit, not to be confused with Reddit, and it was $3.99. I think we'll get around the $40 shipped range. At this trip, we weren't buying anything, but just did find these Vigos jeans saving today, as well as some Rock Revival jeans, which I'm having a hard trouble finding to read the label. We can't really read the label on the footage, but Rock Revival jeans are always a good pickup, especially at $5. So we definitely do pick that up. And some really good thrift store finds. I hope you enjoyed this. Hey guys, so an estate sale ad came up with some amazing stuff in it. So Jess and I decided that we'd go ahead and wait 4.5 hours out in line to make this amazing video for you guys. We end up picking up some excellent stuff. So I am totally looking forward to sharing that video with you. It should be coming up next on Tuesday, so definitely look out for that. And if you haven't already, maybe consider subscribing and turning on the bell notifications so you can be alerted when that video does drop. I'm telling you, it's going to be worth checking out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.